Hey guys, Pastor Jace here. Uh, Excited to go live on our very first Elevate YouTube page. It's exciting. It was super easy to create. To be honest, I'm not sure why I didn't do this sooner, for the simple fact that we have students and we have parents who don't have Facebook, but anybody can just jump on YouTube and type in Elevate youth ministry and find our page and watch it. And you don't have to have an account. You don't have to really have much to be able to watch live on our YouTube page. So I'm excited as we are in the midst of this COVID, coronavirus, blah. I'm excited to be able to do this as of right now. And even when coronavirus goes away, even when we are, getting back into normalcy, I'm excited to really utilize this channel for future podcasts and just being able to get out to potentially other people in the world. If I have an encouraging message of God, share something through this YouTube channel to somebody across the world, then that's a win. That's a win for all of us. And so I'm super excited for this and super excited to potentially just see where this goes. So I am glad that you're all here. I know that I'm sure you are excited for kind of just a little bit of a sneak peek of the youth room. As you can see, I am sitting in the youth room. And it is exciting because we've been in the building space for the last couple weeks now. And when I got back from vacation, I was antsy to get in here and was really itching to just get right to work and start working on this room. And so the Monday that I got back from vacation, I was up here literally all day working. And I was up here all last week working. I've been up here mostly this week working. And I have been able to do a lot. I wouldn't be able to do it without some help, which I'll kind of share with you guys who's done what. Adam Berge has helped me out move a lot of stuff as well as put some things together for me. And we also have some very exciting paintings that I'm going to reveal to you as well. That was done by no other than Lauren Krangle, which they just have turned out amazing. They're not completely finished, but they have turned out amazing. And so I'm excited to go and show you guys what's going on. So I'm on my laptop, so it's going to be hard for me to show you exactly what's all going on, but I will be able to just kind of maneuver it around. So just bear with me. I wish I could shoot this from my phone. I wish that I could. I wish I could actually flip the camera around, but obviously I'm on my Mac, and so I won't be able to flip the camera around. And so just kind of bear with me as I kind of show you guys some things. But if we start, so I'm going to kind of just walk over this way. So you can see right behind me here, this big, beautiful painting on the wall. That is our Elevate logo. And I'm in love with it. It is amazing. It is beautiful. It's vibrant. It really just gives an extra pop to the room. And so right when you walk in the doors, that's really the first thing that you see. It's big. It doesn't look like it on the camera, but when you walk in, you will see how big it is. And it just gives some extra pop to the room. And so going a little further, we've got a big TV on the wall. We've got a pool table, if I can get over there, that we had put together. So it's exciting to be able to add a new piece to the room. I already played a game of pool, and I've enjoyed it. As well as we have a foosball table now. That is another new piece to add to the room. And then, so really we have a couple kind of just areas to hang out. We will have our Pac-Man machine back in here. We've got our foosball table for the youth to hang out and play, the pool table, of course. And then we're going to kind of create up here, front and center, we're going to create kind of a hangout area, kind of just a cozy corner. So we got a couple couches. We're going to get a coffee table in there as well. That'll be in the center, and maybe a couple bean bags to kind of round it out. There'll be a TV on that back wall that's hanging up right there in the corner there as well. So we have two TVs in here that will be linked at different times together when we do lessons and different things like that. But really trying to create that cozy atmosphere in that corner there. So really just separating the room from games and the other things that we've got going on. So we've got our bookshelf over here. This is our community, our kind of our student library that we're going to be starting. Right now it's got paint, some other things. We'll have our accolades on there, like our trophy for Youth Olympics and some other accolades that we have over time. And then of course there's going to be a community library. I'm excited for this community library. I'm excited for being able to have students check out different devotionals that are being donated. As you can see, we've already gotten some books and other things of sorts being donated. And I'm going to add to this library as well, because I believe that we have a lot of awesome resources out there and really a lot of great devotionals that teenagers may not know about. And so we're just trying to create an opportunity for teenagers to grab something. Maybe they're going through something, maybe they're struggling with something, and we're trying to create that atmosphere with that. So that is going to be our community library. As it gets full, you'll see it more. Walking back this way, as you can see behind me, this is going to be our snack bar. It's got the cool Yes orange lights in there. It will have some bar stools that I've ordered. That'll be kind of a special surprise in itself once you see them. They're going to be lined up against the bar there. We've got a fridge back there. We'll have a microwave that'll be in a different spot. We're going to create an atmosphere with snacks. So we're going to be, providing snacks to students. We're going to be getting kind of bulk things. So your students will be able to purchase for a cheap price soda, different snacks like chips, popcorn, other things of those nature during Wednesday nights or whenever we meet. Also, we have our coffee that we're going to be bringing back in as well and doing the coffee kind of corner and creating that. As you can see, our second painting is in the back here. The lighting is not too good, so it's hard to see, but I'm going to try to center up here. But that is our Elevate logo, the other one. And it's not completely finished. You really can't see there's pencil underneath it, but it will say Elevate Student Ministry. And so we've got to do some touch up. We've got to finish up on that as well. So still the room is in work in progress. Also, one other thing I forgot to mention, we do have a top for the pool table, and it's a ping pong table. So if we want to play ping pong, we will have ping pong available as well on top of pool. And that was given to me by the guys who put the pool table together. So really we have pool, ping pong, foosball. We got the cozy corner. We'll have our Pac-Man machine in here as well. And then we're also talking about getting another machine. So we'll have hopefully two video game machines in here. They're not in here right now, but they're coming tomorrow. And that is it. We have obviously our speaker systems that we're going to be putting in here. And so this is the youth space in a nutshell. There's the beautiful logo again. But that is kind of where we're sitting at as of right now. I'm super excited about it. It's just kind of nice to finally see things coming together, and it's very cool. I really hope and pray that it makes it easier for students to invite their friends and their community to youth group through having a youth space that we can call our own, and being able to really just have some unique features that really kind of set us apart. And I'm excited about that. I'm excited for really getting back into the groove of things and getting back into having it being on my live feed on Facebook last week. We are still called to be the church. And right now, God it's kind of like a little test almost. And God is preparing us, and he is calling us to still be the church no matter where we go. Whether we're still in quarantine, we can find ways to, while being in quarantine, we can find unique ways to still reach the community. Use your talents, use your skills, use whatever you can to be able to reach your friends, your neighbors, your family members. You can still reach the community through being quarantined in a house all the time. And I know that I'm not in my house. I know I've been mainly here. I've been quarantined here almost, it seems like. But I have really tried to create ideas and try to create an atmosphere too as well. Even though we're not doing regular youth group things. So I do have just a quick word, and then that's really all I have for this feed. I will say that we are going to do the Zoom chat after this with the students. And so if you're watching, if you're a student, I am encouraging you right after this, about 6:30, I've got the Zoom chat set up. And so if you need me to send you the link, text me, and I will send you the link for the Zoom chat. But I really hope that we have a good turnout. I would love to chat with you guys, just see how everybody's doing, just love on you guys, be able to pray together as a group, and just kind of create what we were once doing before until all of this happened. So if you need that link, it's on Facebook. If you need that link and you don't have Facebook, or you just can't get it, or it doesn't work for you, just text me. Email me, whatever. I'll get you the link. You can use your phone to Zoom chat. We'll do that for maybe 30 minutes and just catch up with everybody. So, but I do have a word real quick for you guys. And that word is that God never gives up. Right now, obviously, we are in a tough spot. We're in a spot where you just don't know what's going to happen next. We don't know what's going to be shut down, who's going to get sick. We're praying that we don't get sick, that family members don't get sick. And so there's a lot of what ifs. And some of us, and there's other people in this world right now who have felt like God has abandoned them. They felt like God has given up on them, and that there's no hope, and that, that it's just not good. And that's just not the case. God is our creator, and he loves us, and he has everything in the palm of his hand. He has everything planned out for us. And what is exciting about that is we know that he loves us and he never gives up. You can look through the Bible and you can look at many, many times where there was trials and things just weren't going a certain person's way. And then all of a sudden God came through and he showed up, and he was never not there. He was just waiting for a specific time, a specific moment, something to happen. And God always showed up. He never abandoned anybody. And so we're looking at, I've got a scripture for you guys, and I hope this helps. I hope this kind of sits home with you. But this is Hebrews 12:11, and this is what it says. It says, "No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful later on. However, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it." So we know that discipline, it takes effort, it takes push. For example, when I was in high school, I ran cross country, and I had to discipline myself to get better at running. I had to discipline myself to be able to make sure that I could push myself, that I could run the 3-mile race, I could finish the race, and my lungs could compete, my lungs could keep going, and that I would be able to compete and beat other people in a race. And then not even if I didn't beat anybody, that I could just finish the race. And so I had to discipline my body. I had to get out there in the heat. I had to run mile after mile after mile. And I had to do those things to make sure that I was trained and disciplined. And when you discipline yourself, then the harvest comes. Later on, after the discipline, after you're working hard, after you're doing these things, then the harvest comes. So for me, when I was running cross country, when I trained myself, when I did those things, I got better, and I started beating more people, and I started winning, doing better in certain races. And that led to more trophies, more medals, more people being beat. And I give God all the glory for everything that I did when I was in high school and running cross country. I loved every bit of it, but I just couldn't go out there, day one and say, well, I'm going to run 3 miles and be the best at it, and not have run a day in my life. You have to train. You got to train in the summer. You got to do all those things. And so this goes for life. This goes for anything that we do. And I can tell you that when you discipline yourself, and so in this time right now, we are trying to discipline ourselves to what if that looks like staying quarantined, if that means staying humble, if that means just making sure that that we're taking care of those around us and ourselves, and we're disciplining ourselves by what the state says, by what the our president says, and by doing all of these things. We're disciplining ourselves during this trial, during this crisis, this coronavirus, and eventually one day we'll see a harvest. And maybe for us right now that we are being the church. And even in this coronavirus, even in this quarantine, we're still being the church. And one day we will be back in maybe this is a hard time for them right now. And they're trying to figure out who to turn to. And they are turning, you're guiding them to turn to Jesus. You're guiding them to turn, their life around through kind of this situation. And maybe that's them coming to church. Maybe that's them giving their life to Christ. But the harvest is coming. And right now it may suck. Right now we're in the pits. Right now things aren't going the way that we hoped. It's crazy because we've never really seen anything like this, and it's just kind of a unique situation. But God created this unique situation, and what He is doing is He is allowing us to completely gear up for what is going to be a harvest after this. And I firmly believe that. And so I hope you take this word with you tonight. I hope you take this word with you as we continue. And folks, from what I'm hearing, it is going to get worse. It isn't going to be the easiest, but God is in control. He doesn't give up. He doesn't abandon us, and He's got it in control, and He's going to take care of us. And whether it's a week, whether it's 2 weeks, whether it's a month, whether it's a year before this all goes away, God has got a harvest coming after this. So I hope you remember that. And so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pray. Thank you guys real quick again for joining tonight. Right now I'm looking at 7, 8 people, 9 people online watching this video. So whoever it is, I see a couple of my students out there, Noah, Stephen, some of those other guys, Joe. Thank you guys for watching. When you commented, if you are in this video, let me know if you're here. Say hey, so I can see it. I can see all these chats, and I see you guys are blowing up. Thank you so much. It's awesome. Again, I hope to do these more frequently. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pray, and then after I pray, we're going to gear up for our Zoom chat for our students. So again, if you need anything from me, let me know. But let us pray, and then that's all I got for you guys. Thanks. Father God, I just thank you so much for what you do. And I just thank you so much for everything that you've done in my life and these students' lives and the parents and anybody who's watching right now, Father. And I pray that right now we're going through this trial, we're going through this season, we're going through this crisis, and it seems like there's no end. It seems like it's getting worse and it's not going to end. But I can tell you, Father, I know that there's a harvest on the other side. I know that you're preparing us and that you're prepping us and that you're calling us to be used by you. And this is the time, even when we're in quarantine, we can still be used by you. And you are calling us to be the church. You're setting the stage for us right now. And you're testing us. And Father, I just pray right now that there's healing, that that those that are watching right now, that they stay healthy, and that their family members and that those that they care about stay healthy, and that they can do your work, Father. I just thank you so much for our church and our Elevate student ministry and just being able to do your work. And thank you for the harvest that is going to come. I pray this in your name. Amen. Thank you guys again. I will see you all next week. Bye.